some just tragic news. Another terrorist attack. Let's say that. Another terrorist attack. Similar to the Breonna Taylor one, where it's these police officers, a.k.a. terrorists, a.k.a. the most dangerous terrorist organization known to the American people, the one responsible for ending the most Americans' lives compared to all terrorist attacks on this country. The police are responsible for so much death, are yet again responsible. Same situation in a lot of ways to the Breonna Taylor one of these no-knock warrant bullshit things. Instead, they got the right apartment, apparently, as opposed to the Breonna Taylor. They weren't even in the right area. But somebody just happened to be sleeping in that apartment on the couch. I think he was a delivery driver, owned his own gun for protection, because being a delivery driver, being a DoorDash delivery driver, is far more dangerous than it is being a police officer. You're more likely to be shot and killed as a delivery driver than you are as a police officer. So this delivery driver had a legal firearm, and when these cops busted in while he's sleeping, because they don't have to knock, they can just go right into a citizen's dwelling. He ends up getting killed. Amir Locke, 22 years old, wrapped up in a blanket, shot dead, like without hesitation by these police officers. I don't know how many shot him, probably just one. Doesn't matter. They shouldn't have been there. Just another disgusting example of how violently horrible and toxic and deadly police officers are to innocent citizens. He wasn't even the guy they were looking for. He just happened to be sleeping on a buddy's couch that night and will never be alive again. That was the last sleep he ever got until his ultimate forever sleep, thanks to the police department in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Just disgusting. Tax dollars funding these militarized terrorists that attack citizens. These cops that protect conservatives, despite the fact that conservatives like to kill cops when it suits their narrative. But this whole idea that, like, I'm so sick of the liberal left placating to these police officers that, like, oh, we're not gonna defund you. You guys are important. You guys stopped January 6th. Meanwhile, many police officers helped the January 6th insurgents. There were a few good apples in that police department that stopped them. But there were a lot of cops on January 6th that let the crowd in, that encouraged the crowd. There were police officers who took part in January 6th. So this idea that the police officers were somehow like heroes in that moment. No, a few were. But the majority of them, there was a cop killed in New York recently. I think it was New York. But you see these funeral processions are like, you would think the most important person in America died with how many people showed up. And of course, it's all police officers who apparently have nothing to do. The only time these people are considered to be doing a quote-unquote good job is when they are doing anything but their job. They're skateboarding. They're playing basketball. They're delivering the food order from a DoorDash employee that they arrested. You know, they took the freedom away from somebody trying to make money doing DoorDash. But the cop's a hero because he delivered this woman's fast food. No, that's not heroic stuff. That is not even their job. Their job is to protect and serve. And they don't do either of those things. They murder and maim. They remove freedoms for people and put them into slave camps known as private prisons. And the majority of politicians love it. They love the fact that Americans are being put in cages. Because they don't care. The worst thing about an American is a free American. They don't want free Americans. They want controlled. They want people to be controlled. So yeah, Blue Lives Matter. 100%. They are a terrorist group. In my opinion, police officers are a terrorist group. There are a few of these people in these terrorist groups that sometimes do good things. Sometimes. But the majority harass, murder, maim, imprison, kidnap, beat, effortlessly get away with it. Oh, unpaid vacation? Oh, it's a bummer. I guess I shouldn't have killed that dude. So nothing's probably going to happen to these cops because they were serving a warrant or whatever. The guy had a gun. Didn't look like he pointed it at him already. It wasn't an illegal gun. It was you would think all of these Second Amendment whores out there, all these people that are like willing to put guns above God for some reason in everything that they do, these like fake Christian assholes, should be protecting Amir Locke for being a responsible gun owner, for being a licensed gun owner. But because he's black, no, he's a criminal. And the police fulfill the will of the white supremacists. They fulfill the will of the billionaires that run this country. They fulfill the will of business owners, not the citizens. It's just like it doesn't take long for it. Like, police killing people is about as regular as mass shootings are. Like, people die pretty regularly in this country because of guns, and nobody gives a fuck. There's like a small group of people that give a fuck, but the rest of them don't want to do anything. Nothing happens ever because the Lord Jesus Christ somehow came down from the heavens to write the Second Amendment, and it is the only amendment that shall not be touched. These insane people that worship guns. Worship. It is so funny to see these fake Christian people that literally put guns above God in so much of their propaganda bullshit. And why? They probably praise the police officers for taking another black person off the face of the planet because they don't really care. They don't really care. It's not something that happens to them. If this were cops that busted into like some penthouse that the Trump family and then like they just killed Rudy Giuliani's like passed out on Trump's couch because he got so wasted. This is like a fictional narrative, obviously, because the cops would never bust in to some wealthy person's home and just kill the first person they see move. It's disgusting. It's just like there's so much wrong in this country, and there's constant examples, people defending some of the most toxic humans just cause they got daddy issues or whatever. Anyway, there are no such thing as blue lives. Police officers are terrorists. Amir Locke should be alive today. He should have been able to celebrate his 23rd birthday, but no. Police officers, and apparently the no-knock warrant should never have been issued, from what I've heard. But what do I know? What do I know? I'm just a poor person. I have no control over anything.